Hey guys, thanks for viewing my second free play video on Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Just quickly before we get into today's free pick, if you're following us on our social media channels, UFC, we've launched an all-access weekly package. Now what that includes is every 5-unit premium selection, every 10-unit play, and every parlay from all four of our handicappers for a low $79 per week or $179 per month. Our quick recap for those who are just joining us with our NBA Finals free picks. We are 2-0 in Game 1 and Game 2. Game 1 we took the Raptors at +1 and that was a nice winner, and Game 2 we went with Golden State +2 for the win there. Now Game 3 we travelled to Oracle as the series now is tied up at 1-1, and we have the current line at -4.5 from BetOnline, and the total at 212.5. Now for Game 3, Kevin Durant has now been ruled out, but is expected to play in Game 4. If the Warriors lost Game 2, however, I think we could have seen Kevin Durant come into the starting lineup a little bit earlier than expected. You really don't want to be down 0-3 in a series against the Raptors with having 2 games in Toronto if you were to take it to Game 7. Now, I would assume though, if Golden State do win tomorrow against the Raptors, they may even bring Kevin Durant's return date up to Game 5, depending if he's not 100%. Klay Thompson is also questionable for this game, but is expected to play. He's went down in the fourth quarter with a bit of a hamstring injury there. Now, your free pick on the Game 3 of the NBA Finals will be on the under 212.5. We've had the total close at 212 and 213 for the first 2 games of the Finals. Game 1, the total cleared by 14.5 points. In Game 2, the total had pushed at 213. Now keep in mind, in Game 2, it took the Raptors over 5.5 minutes to get a bucket in that third quarter. So one more bucket during that stretch and the total does clear. Now looking into the ATS stats at first glance, it does suggest to hit the overs for the public. But if you look at some of the stats in there, they just don't match up. For example, the over is 8-2 in the Warriors' last 10 NBA championship games, and the over is 8-2 in the last 10 meetings in Golden State. However, these two teams have only played once in Golden State since October 2017, so it's nearly 2 years there. Both teams are 8-2 on the over, and the last 10 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. However, the under is 8-2-1 in the Raptors' last 11 away games, and the under is 13-6 in the Golden State's last 19 home games. Now, just to summarise, Golden State looked remarkably better on the defensive side of the ball in Game 2 after its Game 1 collapse. It's going to be hard for the Warriors to keep Kawhi Leonard down, but Golden State has the depth and the experience in these finals to really make the Toronto Raptors work for every bucket. It did look like Toronto were going to come away with that win in Game 2, especially at the halftime break with that lead, but the Warriors just completely dominated that second half on the offense and defensive end. They went on a 20-0 run between the second quarter and the third quarter, that's never been done in the NBA Finals before. So clearly the Raptors cannot afford to turn this into a shootout with the Golden State boys. They're not going to keep up with them. From a situation standpoint, I think this one definitely sets up a lower scoring, and it's a more defensive game. So your free pick is going to be on the under 212.5. Best of luck.